What's up? What's going on? Let's get this shared up the right way. A lot of games today. A lot of games today, man. Straight up. A lot of games today. I don't even know what to say, man. But let's get to this money. That's all I can say, you know? I know everybody been up getting bread already. Let me get this shared out real quick. 15 games, man. 15. 15 whole games today. And I got to figure out how I can't, man, this would take forever um, for me to, get it popping like this. All right, we set up, all right? Oh, man, 15 games, boy. 15 of them. 15 of them. Leon said, I'm rubbing my ashy hands. I know that's right. Oh, man, a lot of games, man. It does sound like money, look like money. If it sound like money, look like money, then I guess it's money, Leon. Straight up. Then I guess it's money. Straight up. A lot of games though, 15 games. Don't know. I mean, I can go. I could see what I could do, but I don't think I'll be able to go extensively in a lot of these games and stuff like that. So I mean, what we already know a lot of things, right? You know what I'm saying? So we could probably dive into a couple spots, but we know a lot of stuff, right? And then, like I said, I don't want to overdo things. Let me go over here to X real fast so I can pin this post. Uh, if you guys ain't following me on X, man, go ahead, give me a follow, and we might be able to do those things a little bit differently, But right now, let's pin this here. Bang, pin that. And that lets us know that we're live. Now we're going to get a ton of news rolling in, right? So basically, you have to be ready for the news, man. And you got to have this. You got to be following these guys, right? Got to be following these guys, right? It's major. And if my mic is too loud, let me know if my mic is too loud, right? Because this is a brand new mic that I'm using right here, and I haven't did any tweaking, right, to it. So if it's too loud, or it's decent or whatever, just let me know. Good morning. Beasley went off with 6 threes. I should have played him, and because of that blowout. Duran PRA Taco hooked me. I don't know, man. That blowout. My Chicago Bulls, they were ass, and they got a rematch, right? So, uh, 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 uh. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, I had two players from that game. I had 10 and a half assists for Cade, and I had 11 and a half rebounds for Duran. Those were two that I really really needed. Um, what else? Uh, I don't know, man. Mm. Yesterday was I don't know. Yesterday's in the books. So I guess. On the bright side, we did nail the quickly and the Scotty Barnes duo, so that was okay there. I'm glad I dodged that Maxi spot. That was man, that was horrendous right there. And it's just a testament to what I've been saying too, man. Like looking at these teams, and like I said, the last 5 games, like looking at the defensive rating here. Um, Take a look at that real quick. So obviously, Hmm. Defensive rating lately. So, Lakers entered the chat. Then you want to really definitely look at who these guys been playing and stuff like that. Oklahoma City number 3. These are last 10 games. Brooklyn number 1. You know what I'm saying? Minnesota sliding down a little bit, but these are the last 2 games, right? Last 10 games. Boston Celtics, Clippers, or whatever the case may be. If we want to look at, on the season, so you can just gauge who's been doing what, right? So it's kind of okay. So if you keep doing this, you can track what's been going on lately, right? Top over the course of the season, right here, this is still these are still the top 10, the top teams here over the course of the season, right? This is over the course of the season, but you can just see who's, you can flip it to, 3, 4, 5 games and just see who's been doing what as of late, right? So, it's good to look at that. And B looks like a guy who lost his confidence, passed up an open three, and turned the ball over late. Yep. Crazy, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy. Pace. I want to take a look at pace real quick. Atlanta. How about the last 5 games here? Last 5 games in pace. Atlanta, Memphis, San Antonio, New Orleans, Utah. Last 5 games, Chicago, Golden State, Milwaukee, OKC, Los Angeles Lakers. How about the last 10 games in pace? Atlanta, Memphis, New Orleans, San Antonio, Chicago, uh, Pacers. Mm, San Antonio is interesting. Okay, Sacramento Kings. All right, let's just okay. All right, so first game on the docket here, we got 233 over under in this spot. San Antonio Spurs road dogs, right? So that's interesting. 233 over under. You guys got any plays, anything what that nature? What's this, anything standing out to you guys? Don't hesitate to drop it in the comments. From overall, just off the first glance at this game here, what do I know? I know that San Antonio Spurs can be vulnerable in the rebounding category. So one thing I do know, if I was on first glance and I'm looking at this game, I would definitely have interest in rebounds, right? So in the absence of Drew Holiday, you're gonna get you're gonna get Horford starting at the 4, and that's where I really look at for rebounds, right? Versus this team, um, versus versus San Antonio. I really look at power forwards in the rebound categories, right? So on paper here, over the course of the season, San Antonio Spurs, they not showing up, right? Oh, there they go, right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, San Antonio Spurs and Boston, they are in the top 10 and giving up rebounds to the power forward position. That's one thing, right? So at the end of the day, he would I mean, the power forwards and things like that are in play when it comes to rebounds here in this spot. If I had to take one, it would probably be. It would. So Tatum's going to slide to the 3. It's going to put him in a different position or spot on the floor, right? So it's going to be an interesting way to look at things. Okay, so taking a look at. Let's go back and take a look at. So what really stood out to me was and like I said, Al Horford is expected to be the power forward. So I had a few filters in there. I could dismantle those filters, whatever. I'll leave the without Drew Holiday there. I'll leave that without Drew Holiday there, right? So um actually I'll take that filter off. Unselect all and start fresh. Definitely. I love that. I definitely love that. So um um power forwards to this line right here. Power forwards to this line right here. Of the power forwards to this line right here of 8.5 points, which is that's what Horford's points is going to be. Of course, power forwards the last 10 games are over this line, 10 of 10. It's a small line or whatever the case may be. Um, without so and he's been playing 26 and a half minutes, right? So I could actually I can do it like this. First and foremost, I could filter to 26 and a half minutes, right? I'll just put it at 26 minutes. Apply that. That's his baseline minutes. Now, in that time span, even in 26 minutes, power forwards are going over this number. Last 10 games, 100%, right? 3 pointers, 6 of 10 at 1.5, and then rebounds 9 of 10 at 5.5, right? So, PRAs, points plus rebounds, things like that can be in play. Now, without Drew Holiday, right, on the season, without Drew Holiday, we'll take a look at his numbers. So without Drew Holiday, his minutes goes up three more minutes. That puts him at 29. He's averaging 11 points. He's averaging 3 threes in that time span. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 within the 8 games, right? So we can look at his points. We could look at his now the rebounds. He's averaging 5.6. He's hit this number twice, including his last 2 games. Lately, he's been hitting this number, right? On the 8th and the 10th, he's hit this number. Um, but what this team is allowing here, if you filter it to 29 minutes here, which is what he's averaging, but the last 2 games he played 30 and 31 minutes. But I can actually filter to go back up here, filter to 29 minutes here, right? And we'll see what that does. So 29 minutes here. Horford is power forwards are going over this 3 point line in 6 of his last 10 games, the rebound line and 9 of his last 10, and the points line is just so low, right? So it is what it is with that situation. Looking at the points plus rebounds, that's something that you probably want to look at, right? That's something that you want to probably look at. Maybe I might have to add another filter here, something a little bit more detailed, right? So let me see. For a low usage player, let me rip that and let's get a better look at that, right? So he's averaging 8.8 shots. Let's look at that, right? Let's lower his usage. Let's lower his usage, and we should get a better look, right? Let's do that. Field goal attempts. I think that let's put it at 9. I think that'll better suit it. What's up, Sid? What's going on, man? How my mic sound? Do I got it too high now? Whatever, whatever. So, so now I wish I could cap it at 9, right? I wish I can cap it. Let me see. Cap it at 9. More than 9. Less than. Between. Let me see. Between. Okay, between. All right. So between 7. Okay, we could do that. 7 and 9 shot attempts. That's more. That's more of what we're looking at. That's more specific. Okay. So people who's taken between 7 and 9. Let's see. 11, 7, 13, 8, 12. What site is that? It's perfect. Oh, this is Doink, right? I'm trying to work on the promo code, but you could DM me or whatever. I can show you how to get to it, right? Get to it. It's sort of like I know you was messing with us with this with the game day insights. When you're doing the research with Doink, it can get that long, right? But it just depends on what you're trying to do. Today, I'm not trying to go that in depth, right? I'm trying to figure out I'm trying to figure out how I want to use this because this tool can get very, very long. It can get very precise in certain spots as well. As you can see, how we just filtered this between 7 and 9 field goal attempts. On average, like I said, without Drew Holiday, on average, he's taking uh, 8.8 shot attempts. So, but you got some games with 11, 7, 13, 8, 12, 4, 4, 11. So, I wanted to look at, but I guess I'll leave it here between 5 and 8 shots. I mean, between 7 and 9 shots, just to see what we get, right? So, at the end of the day, guys are still hitting 8 to 10. They're going 8 or 10 from the field, right? I mean, they hit this number, this points prop, and at 8 of their last 10 games versus this team. But this year, I can filter it to this season here because that's what we want to see. This season here, teams are over this number. I mean, this season they over this number every game between 7, 8 field goals capped. 3 pointers at 1.5. They at 60%, and then the rebounds they're 2 of 5. Right. So points plus rebounds, they're over in every game. So that's something that we could probably take a look at, right? What was this line? His points plus the rebounds line at 14.5. Or you can look at his individual rebounds or his individual points, whichever one. We know he'll shoot the three, and he's coming off a 4 3-point make game. That's Al Horford. At the end of the day, I can release all these filters. All I was looking at was the power forward versus the rebounds, right? Versus this line, power forwards versus this rebound line. They're 58%, 30 for 51 on the season here, and this points line they 8 of 8, they 78% hit rate, right? And then that's what I was looking at. That's what I was looking at, because that's our first glance. That's what I see when I look at this team. You like it? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely hit me up in a little while. So I like the power forwards in a rebound spot here, and then I don't mind targeting the power forwards rebounds versus the Boston Celtics. Things can get mucky here. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I just really wanted to take a look at some things that just keep really, really catching my eye. Another thing I mean, right off the back, that's going to catch my eye is going to be, from personal knowledge and things like that. I just not afraid of that defensive backcourt when it comes to you know, De'Aaron Fox and Chris Paul right now in the current state. So, um, um, let's go last 10 games. Derek White. Somebody we need to take a look at, man. And then keep an eye out on keep an eye on the injury report. I mean, Jaylen Brown was out last game. He might play again. He might play this game. So without Drew Holiday, if I'm not mistaken, Brown does get the bump. But last 10 games without Holiday, just looking at some of these numbers, looking at some of these combos and things like that, on his end. Seeing how green things can get, just taking a look. Now, um, on the other hand here, um, this points line, shooting guards are over this point line in 30 or 51 games, right? Versus this in this 14 shot attempts. I guess I'll leave it at that. 3-point attempts, 9.7. what is it, 3 point attempts at 6.6. So I'll take a look at the threes, right? I'll filter this. So he's averaging 9.7 3 point attempts. They got it right here as on average shooting guards are 6.6, and this is on the season. Let me filter that up real quick because that's what I want to see. 3 point attempts. So he's averaging 9.7, and then they got at 6.6. How about we just filter it to let's go 8.5. It's now he's averaging 9.7. Let's go 8.5. Let's go 8.5. Let's see where we get it. We'll drag one. We'll drag one. Right? 8.5 3 point attempts. So right now, over the course of the season, we got a 50% hit rate in the 3 point area, right? Regular raw points line, just for raw points, when a player takes 8.5 3 pointers or more, um, they're over their regular points line at 16 and a half at 11 or 14 games, right? So that's something you could definitely take a look at there. And then if you want to be technical or whatever the case may be, you just want to look at the last 10. Things will probably get a little bit more sexier. 8 of their last 10 games, people who took 8.5 3 pointers or more have hit this hit their regular point line, right? At I mean 8 of their last 10 games, right? So sliding the bar over here, checking out some rebounds and assists and things of that nature. Now, why do I like pace and stuff like that? That's why I always check the pace, right? Last 10 games, San Antonio Spurs are number 4 in pace, right? Number 4 in pace, and then we take a look at the defensive rating. San Antonio last 10 games are um, bottom third in defense, right? The bottom third in defense the last 10 games. How about the last 5 games, right? Check the pace and defense. So the pace last 5 games for these guys, number 3, that means they're playing fast. And then looking at the defensive rating, that means where are they first? Defensive rating, last 5 games, they coming up a little bit, right? Whatever, right? So, not the best defense, and but they do play fast. More shot opportunities, more assist opportunities, and all of that, right? Things of that nature. So we ride back over here. We're taking a look at the rebounds and assists. Well, points and assists. Teams, So let me see something here. Let me rewind it back. I still got the 3 point filter in there. Let me take the 3 point filter off, right? And rebounds and assists, he's averaging points and assists 20, 21 and a half, 20 and a half, rebounds and assists 9.4, PRA is 25, right? Just in general, the last 10 games, no filters, shooting guards are over this PRA, this points and assist line, 6 of the last 10 games. Points plus rebounds, 6 of their last 10 games. Rebounds and assists. That's interesting there, right? Rebounds and assists at 8.5. And his old team, 8 of his last 10 games, and PRA 6 of their last 10. He's averaging what? I don't know if I'm ready to bet on this. If if I got word that Brown was going to be out, then I would probably look at it, right? Then I would probably look at it, right? But I don't think I want to bet on any of his rebounds and assists prop. It would probably be points and or threes for me, right? Um, the assist prop looks kind of juicy though, right? Um, Teams are over this number. Their assist prop, last 10 games, point guards. He's the point guard. I'm gonna point guard, right? Yeah, they over the assist prop at 4.5 and 8 of their last 10 games, right? His assist, he's averaging without Drew Holiday, he's averaging 5.4 assists. Okay, so this is one play that can probably be in play here, given the matchup, right? Given the matchup, last 10 games without Holiday, he's averaging 5.4 assists, and then uh, point guards versus Boston. I mean versus San Antonio. They're giving up, as you can see right here. They're giving up almost 8 assists in their time span. So this could be a play, right? So it's just identifying plays and stuff like that. I'll just put that to the side just in case, right? Identifying plays and stuff like that. It could be worthy, right? Now the only thing about that, he's averaging not only 9.2 potential assists, but to this point guard position over the last 10 games, they're giving up 13 and a half potential assists, right? So let's say I put him up to let's say I put him up to, let's play with it a little bit. Let's say I put him up to, they averaging 13 and a half potential assists. He's averaging 9.2. How about I just put him up to 12 potential assists? Let's say the matchup's so good, he's going to get at least 12 potential assists. Let's check his hit rate the last 10 games. Now, um, this ain't this year. Only one game this year where he had more than 12 potential assists. He actually had 19 versus Detroit, and he ended up getting 11 assists, and that is without Drew Holiday. Now I can filter this off, right? Unselect that, and just add Drew Holiday in, and just see what type of hit rate we get with Drew Holiday in the fold. So 3 times this year, two of the last 3 times this year, he's hit this number. And one of these games they had Drew Holiday. So can he hit the assist prop? Yes, he can hit the assist prop. Is he going to hit the assist prop? I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I don't. But that's something that kind of stand out right here. That they are giving up assists to the point guard position. I want to say as of the last 10 games. So taking a look at cross-referencing things here. You can take a look at the assists here to the point guard position. San Antonio Spurs right here, right? Um, as you can see, they're giving up 9 assists, and then the potentials, right? So the potentials, I can filter the potentials as well. And San Antonio Spurs are probably in the same spot right here. So lately, well, that's on over the course of the season. Now I can filter it to here just to cross-reference some things. How about the last 10 games, which will probably be 3 weeks? San Antonio Spurs potential assists number 2, regular assists San Antonio Spurs number 3. So over the course of the last 10 games right here, as you can see, the numbers check out. The numbers kind of like check out. That's ranking it above the league, above the league, right? And then if you want to look at points to the point guard position, San Antonio Spurs, this is what they're doing as a whole, right? The last 10, they're in the green in points versus point guards. They're in the green rebound chances, assists, potential assists, 3 pointers made, whatever the case may be. They pretty much in the green everywhere, right? And over the course of the last 3 weeks, right, which would be the last 10 games. So some of those numbers they kind of like checked out. But at the end of the day, like I said, you can look at some combos. If you have this site or whatever, because you can play with it, but it is time consuming, right? So this is something that I would have to use, right? Or come on here early and we can go through the motions, but it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot of work to be done here, right? So what I would probably do here is but see, it's other ways that you can look at it, right? You could take this like I'm doing now. You can skim through it, and you can see some reds, and you can see some greens. But when you can slide it on over and stuff like that, just like a glorified, glorified game log watching, right? But glorified game log watching, just searching for a little bit of green, trying to speed through things, right? So like right here, boom, we come up on some green right here, right? On Al Horford, right? We come up on some green. Now we need to start snooping around, right? need to start snooping around, seeing what's what, and things like that. Now I do have a filter on here without Drew Holiday, and that's fine because there will be no Drew Holiday, and his minutes gets bumped, right? So just scrolling through, see a little green here on the center position. Now here's a couple other plays that I looked at, right? So I see a little wait. First of all, let me add. This don't mean I'm gonna play his rebounds, but let me add his rebounds over there. Al Horford, right? So um, just little spots that you probably want to take a look at, like Kristaps Porzingis. This is interesting, right? So, I want to take a look at Kristaps Porzingis last 10 games, he's averaging 14 shots. Right now, to the center position, at the center position, right now, they're giving up 10 shots to the center position. So he's averaging 14 shots. Let me just let me filter it to 13, right? Centers who are taking 13 shots, uh, shot attempts versus this team. 13 shot attempts. I think that's going to give me what I was looking for. Bam, right? So last 10 games, centers are taking 13 shot attempts versus this team. Versus they're over their points line in 9 of their last 10 games at 19 and a half points. Um, and that's what it's been. Uh, Brook Lopez had 22 January 8th. Uh, Nikola Vucevic had 24. They seen the Joker twice. They seen Cat. Vucevic had 39. So I'm streaming, but I might be able to get one to you once I get done. But I'll holler. Let me plug up my computer here. I had to get a text message. My fault. So I'm just trying to learn how to incorporate it without trying to take up a lot of time right now. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, though, a high usage player, like him, and we can kind of like get a gauge. So at the end of the day, it just seems like centers, good offensive centers can crush them, right? So let's take a look. Centers points wise, San Antonio Spurs. This is the last 3 weeks. How about over the course of the season? Because this is what we're looking at, right? San Antonio Spurs, over the course of the season, they're giving up the fourth most points to the center position. And, and then 3-point attempts, right? So they're giving up almost 4 3-point attempts. Here's a guy, but they're averaging like one made. I don't take too much into consideration when it comes to centers for shoot. That's not a lot of centers that shoot threes, but somebody like Kristaps Porzingis is somebody that shoot threes. So at the end of the day, when you see green and 3-point attempts, you just got to think about can the guy make them right? The making is not what they're allowing and from to the center position is not something that I'm really concerned with when I got a 3-point shooter as a center, right? And then when they flip flop them between Horford and when they flip flop them between Horford and what the fuck is this boy? Chris Stapps. Both of these motherfuckers can shoot the three, right? Horford just coming off a game where he hit the. Y'all know Horford can hit the three, so it's kind of like we researching for both of these guys because you know, yeah, we went over that one already, so that definitely looked good. But at the end of the day, when you look at something like San Antonio Spurs giving up, they giving up at least 4 3-point attempts, and you got somebody like I don't bet money lines like that, bro. Straight up. But when you got somebody taking 3-point attempts like that, and you got two centers that can go out there and hit them, then it's more than likely one of those guys gonna pop. So at the end of the day, taking a look here, like I said, um, Center's been getting busy. As you can see, Center's been getting busy. 9 out of the last 10 games, Center's just been getting busy. That's it. That's all, right? If we want to look at Kristaps Porzingis numbers versus San Antonio Spurs, none this year. He know he's spotty. He's spotty, but he's been in the area, right? He's been in the neighborhood, at least in the raw points category. He's had 9 rebounds each and every last game. That's something interesting. I don't bet on him for rebounds, but as you can see, centers in the rebound category, they rebound line in 8 of their last 10 games. Do I bet on his rebounds? No, I don't. Right, I don't. He plays the perimeter a lot, but I don't bet on his rebounds. But stuff like that, man. I'm gonna miss some things, right? I'm gonna miss some things, but it is what it is, right? Is his points in play? Yes, they are in play. Am I gonna go to him? I don't know. Is it an okay spot as him averaging 14 shots, and I filtered it to 13 field goal attempts? And this is what we get. I mean, it's an okay spot. I could slide it down to 12 just to see if we get something else, a different type of line. Let's see. Center's just taking 12 shots. Let's see. And still 8 of 10. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, his last 10 games here, he's taking 13. He ain't taking no less than 12 shots, 13 shots, right? He took 8 shots versus Houston, pace down matchup, whatever the case may be. This matchup here is pace up, especially as of late. They top 5 in pace in the last 5 and 10 games. So, it is what it is. On the flip side, um, my opinion here, I think you got to see Fox here, right? So Fox, you got to see Fox, but I'll tell you one thing. I didn't go over Wemby with y'all, and I looked at Wemby for threes, right? I like Wemby's threes today. When I'm looking at a center versus Boston here, I'll tell you what I looked at because I was speed looking, right? So I'll tell you what I looked at here. Um, Wemby is averaging 7.6 3-point attempts in the last 10 games. Over the course of the season, Wemby is That's the only thing about this. It starts lagging and then it lags me. Over the course of the season, he's still averaging 8.6. Since Fox been there, let's take a look at the last 5 games. Since Fox been there, has where we at in the 3-point category as far as attempts? Long story short, I don't care how many attempts he's get. That 2.5, I like it. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But just looking at the numbers here, so he's averaging 6.8 attempts in since Fox been there, right? So I go back to the season numbers, right? Bam. Over the course of the season, he's averaging 8.6 3-point attempts. Now, they got him at the center spot. Their average centers are averaging 1.2 3-point attempts versus this team. So I filter 3-point attempts for Wemby, for Boston. When a center is taking, let's just say he's averaging 8.6, let's just say seven 3-point attempts. How have they fared last 10 games? So only one game this year where a center has taken, I would say, 6 or more, and that was Vucevic. He took 9 threes and he hit 6 of them, right? He hit 6 of them. So that was only one center. But from last year to this year, every center they faced, including Wemby, which was last year, on last year he gave him 3 threes. Who the hell is that? Uh, oh, Kyle Cruz wasn't no damn center. He must have been playing center that game. Um, Lopez gave him 5 threes, and that was about a year ago. Miles Turner gave him eight threes, and he was efficient, 8 for 9. So that might be a lot of 3-point attempts. I could definitely come back. I could definitely filter it back down to about 6. Let's see, 6. So centers who's taken 6, right? So still only one guy this year, and that was Vucevic, right? But they got an 8 to 10, 7 to 9 hit rate on that in general, right? And then yeah, so at the end of the day, I couldn't talk you off the threes. I like the threes for Victor. I do. I do like the threes for Victor because I know what he gonna do. I know what he gonna do. I did add it over here. I want to say, if not, I'll add it again. And I'm definitely playing that win, lose, or draw. But at the end of the day, here, it's a lot when it goes into this. It's a lot when it goes into this. I ain't gonna draw y'all out with this because we still on the first game, but I ain't gonna draw y'all out with this. De'Aaron Fox, I like his points right now. This is another thing. I did not take a look at De'Aaron Fox points. I did not, but I just feel like he's got to do something. I'm not a big fan of the defense over there. At the end of the day, when it comes to, and especially there's no Drew Holiday. Derek White has some defense, but I'm not a fan of Derek White's on ball defense. Derek White he can chase down block, he can do that, but not a fan of his on ball defense, right? Um, he should have the green light here. De'Aaron Fox, um, between him and Wemby points and his points, I don't know, man. I probably would look at Fox points. Truth be told, I probably would look at Fox points maybe over Wemby's. Who knows? I ain't even gonna lie, but anything can happen. Um, Point guards, right? No, they have him as the shooting guard. Um, One thing I would say here is Fox. He's averaging 18 shots. But since he's been with these guys, he's probably averaging a little bit less than that, right? So he's averaging 18 shots on the season. How about I just bring it down to I want to take a look at this field goal attempts here. He's probably played what 4 or 5 games with this team. Let's just look at they got it at 15, 13. Let's look at 15 shooting guards with 15 field goal attempts. So, shoot guards with 15 field goal attempts versus Boston in the last 10 games have went over their threes in 9 of their last 10 games at 1.5, right? That's a parlay piece at minus 170. They points prop, they 50% to their points prop. Donovan Mitchell hit it. Um, Russell Westbrook. This is the same type of scenario. Like Russell Westbrook hit it because you got Jamal Murray and Westbrook. Now you got Chris Paul and De'Aaron Fox. This boy hit it. Whatever his name is. Donovan Mitchell again. Um, it's 23 and a half. Jordan Poole hooked it, and Anthony Edwards hit it. Right. That's 15 field goal attempts. Right. Um, Interesting thing here. He's hit his 3 point line in 8 of his last 10 games. That's just something to point out. I did not know this, but it's only sitting at 1.5. So you want to look at the parlay piece. Be my guest. Darren Fox already has hit his 3 pointers in 7 of his last 10 games. I definitely will put that over as a parlay piece. So I'll add that to the little slip over there right now. But everything is in play. Everything is in play. Another thing we can look at it like is looking at Chris Paul here. If we really want to take a look at Chris Paul assists, let's take a look at his potential assists, then, right? So his potential assists, he's averaging over the last 10 games, he's averaging 11 potential assists, right? So let's see, let's take a look at how they fare when they give up 11 potential assists. So let's say potential assists more than so they averaging 10 right now. They averaging 10. So Boston don't give up a lot of assists though. I'll just put it at 11 though. Boston don't give up a lot of assists, man. Straight up. So but they're over this line at 6.5 in 6 of their last 10 games. I was looking at Boston here. Um just looking at Boston in general, giving up assists here. So Boston right down here in the bottom here. they like the bottom third. Houston, Orlando, and Boston as a team, they give up the third least assists, and as a point to the point guard position, they're giving up the least assists to the point guard position, right? But sometimes we have to make exceptions because you got some good point guards out here. Chris Paul is a good point guard, and the pace is up. So I'm not gonna really. I might not bet it, but I won't talk you off of not betting it, right? The assist prop for Chris Paul is sitting at 6.5 at a -132. So it's a lot of stuff to look at here. Me personally, I like the threes here for Wemby here. I like the rebounds for Horford. Um, and I couldn't talk you off the threes for Porzingis and or Horford, right? Horford's got 4-3 upside. He's coming off a game where he just hit 4 threes, right? In the absence of what's the kid's name? The point guard. He's going to be playing minutes. He's played 30 minutes in back-to-back games. 4 for 8 from three versus Miami. 1 for 3 for 3. So he's 50% to this number in his last 4 games. I expect him to take at least 4 threes today. So I can see him definitely going over, right? Let's see. He took 4 threes. So it seems like when he takes 4 threes or more, he's probably going over, right? More than 4 threes right here. He hit 8. I mean, he hit 4. 3 threes right here. 2 threes. He did not get there. 2 threes. 2 attempts. 2 attempts. 4 attempts he got there. 3 or 4. 3 attempts he didn't do shit. 4 attempts right here. He's gotten there. He didn't get there that time. He didn't get there that time, or that time. He was cold. But at the end of the day, they give up the attempts. I think he can get there, so I couldn't talk you off of that. Outside of the other situations, Jason Tatum, all these guys are self-explanatory. You do not need me to tell you about Jason Tatum and stuff like that, right? Those guys, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. Indiana Pacers, Washington Wizards. Look, this is a pace-up matchup here. You know who you got out there. We know who we got out there. Pascal Siakam has been on a tear, right? You don't need me to go through this game. I hope not. But just to reiterate things here, I'll tell you. I like Pascal Siakam in this spot. Win, lose, or draw. Keep an eye out on the injury news and things like that. But Pascal Siakam has been on one. I would not be taking his unders anytime soon. He's looked like he's getting to, he could be a little bit more efficient, but he's doing the thing, right? Sometimes he's getting to the line, 11 from the free throw line. He's out there, getting busy, right? 20 points in what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of his last 8 games. I don't know if they played Washington this season though, but I'm not afraid of Washington in the spot. He gave them 22 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. His rebounds are in play. His rebounds plus assist prop is in play here. I like Pascal Siakam. I wouldn't be taking no unders on his points prop. Just looking at this game, just glancing at this game here, um, you gotta like Halliburton assists. Don't mean you gotta bet him, but you gotta like Halliburton assists in some shape, form, or fashion versus this team. Looking at this team, I don't have to talk about this team. Probably lately they've probably been looking a little bit better offensively, but over the course of the season, Washington they green in points, they green in rebounds, they green in rebound chances, they green in assists, they green in potential assists, they green in 3 pointers made, they green 3 pointers attempted. Right? Take the highest usage players and live with that. If you just really got to get to some money, you can take the highest usage players and try to live with that. Right? I do want to take. I'm gonna take a look, man. I'm gonna take a look. I'm gonna take a look at Pascal just to see, right? Just to see what's been going on. I'm gonna take a look at Pascal. Only thing that's kind of getting annoying for me is this doink thing. It's it's slowing my stream down, and it's um it's lagging me. It's lagging me a little bit. I believe that's what it is. Because the last 3 days I had this, but I like the tool though. I like the tool. Let's take a look at Halliburton, right? So I'm gonna just give you guys a quick glance. So so he's averaging 14 potential assists in his last 10, right? This team is to the point guard position. They're averaging 11.12 potential assists to the point guard position. Let's filter it to 13. Let's say they're giving up 13 potential assists. Let's bump it up a notch because you do got Halliburton on deck here. So let's go up to 13. He's averaging 14 and a half. Let's go 13. Let's go 13. Let's be generous. Let's go 13. Bang. Now, point guards, the last 10 games who've had 13 potential assists or more, um, potential assists or more are 9 or 10 to this assist line at 8.5, right? At 8.5. You can also filter to passes, right? Passes. Like somebody like Tyrese Halliburton is averaging last 10 games, he's averaging 77 passes, right? So I can uncheck this filter and then go to passes, right? Passes made. He's averaging 77 passes. Let's be generous. Let's go to 73. No, let's see. Versus this team, what did he do? Versus this team, how about that? Versus this team, the last 3 games, I want to say he's averaged 75 passes the last 3 games. Versus this team, went over this number in 3 games straight. In every game he played versus this team, he went over this number every game except for 2. Let's say 70 passes. When a motherfucker hit 70 passes versus this team here, let's see what their numbers look like. 70 passes. Okay. Last 10 games, point guards are 8 of 10 at hitting this number. Um, um, Tyus Jones hit this number this year. Um, he had 10 assists. Brunson had 9 assists. You know, Lillard had 10 assists. Halliburton had 9 assists, 15 assists for Trey, 13 assists for Trey, and whatever, right? Just whatever, right? So those are things that you can do with this tool, right? So I mean, he's Tyrese Halliburton. We don't need that much research to figure out if we want to go there or not. Nimhart just sliding through here versus Washington though. This is what Nimhart has done versus Washington to this 11 and a half point line. He's hit the no. I'm sorry. This is what they're giving up. Indiana has given up last 10 games. Point shooting guards are that are hitting this number, right? It's only 11 and a half. His point prop only 11 and a half. Can take a look at some of his points plus assists because he can drop dimes, right? Man, the slider is not sliding for me. So taking a look at the rebounds, these are the combos: rebound, points and assists, points plus rebounds, rebounds, assists, PRAs. Um, nice hit rate, 7 to 10 for the points plus assists, and at this number, right? At this number, of course, you might want to filter some of his usage rates, but because his usage rates are probably down, right? Um, when you're looking at the at his usage rate, right? So he's only getting 7.8 field goal attempts. The average player is getting 13 field goal attempts. So I would probably filter his through the usage rate. Now, if I wanted to go through the usage rate here, and I would say field goal attempts. I can add usage rate up there too, but I'll just go field goal attempts at about 8, right? About 8 field goal attempts. Um, the points line is at nine. He's at guards hitting this number nine in the last 10 games, right? Let's see. That's a lot of minutes though. That's 38 minutes. How about filtering it to 29 minutes? 28 minutes. Let's try 28 minutes because that's around what he's averaging. So most of the time they're at least playing 30 minutes. That's basically what this tool is letting me know. But and it's Washington, man. So whatever, right? It's Washington. So if I'm getting to somebody like that, or if I'm getting to one of these, I like it, right? A good game for same game parlays and stuff like that, right? Looking at the Indiana Pacers here, Indiana Pacers. One spot that I like to target these guys is for the power forward position. You got Pascal Siakam out there balling, doing a lot on offense. He don't want to do too much on defense, right? So, looking at points right over the course of the season, you can see Indiana. They're in the green in points. They're in the green in rebounds versus power forwards, right? The thing about that, you're gonna have to decipher who's gonna be the power forward, things like that. Sar, take a look at Sar. He hasn't been playing. He's gonna make an impact here in his lineup if he does play. So he hasn't played since January 27th. He popped up questionable for today's game. So he's somebody that you got to take a look at. Um, Justin Champagne, has he been playing the four? I don't know, but he's somebody that you can look at in the rebound category, if anything, right? Um, who else? Rashawn Holmes been balling in the center spot here, especially in the rebound category. 80 rebounds are better in two of his last three games when he started receiving those minutes, right? Um, hmm, 17 points, 10 points, 12 points. And Vukovic is somebody that you can definitely take a look at as well. He'll go out there and hit a three or so. And, big body, 18 points here versus the Spurs. That's another thing. The Spurs have just been giving up points to bigs for sure. And then you got Poole, right? Poole's going to come out there and do what he does. You don't need me to tell you if it's up to you, right? He's taking 13 threes, 8, 17 threes, 10, 8, 9, 10, right? He's going to take the shot. Now, Pacers, it's another spot that I do like to target them in the point guard position here. Indiana, they're fifth in giving up points to the point guard position. Um, and they're giving up three. They olive green in the 3 point makes category. So I couldn't talk you off. Couldn't talk you off. The points for Jordan Poole, and or you can look at the rebounds and assists for somebody like Bilal Kalabali, right? He's going to be out there, right? In this matchup, I like this matchup because it's paced up, a lot of jump shots, a lot of shots to be had here. Um, versus Indy, I would have to take a look at it versus Indy here. Bilal will be at that 3 or that 4, right? The 3 at that 3. I would say 3. I would say 3. Don't give me the lion, but rebound chances are there. Let me take a look. Let me slide this on Pascal real quick. Let me take a look at Pascal numbers versus Washington. Hmm. Only one game this season, huh? What's his assist line? 3.5. He's been hitting that number lately. 6 to 10 to that number. Okay, let's see. So lately, This assist line is at 5.5. Um, this assist line is at 5.5. They've given up. They've hit this number. Point guards hit this number in 9 straight games versus Pacers as of late, right? Port Jordan Poole. We just gonna have to go through and look at this shit like this. I see. His last 2 games, he's hit this number versus Indy. He's hit his rebound line of 4-5. Uh, let's see. This is versus the Pacers here. Man, my mouse is not mousing right now, man. Straight up. Let me see. You know what? Move some of these cords off my mouse pad. That might be it. Let's see. That motherfucker saying no. Oh, I guess. All right, let me see. Hmm. Points and assists. 6 of 10, 5 of 10, 7 of 10 to the rebounds and assists. 6 of 10 to the PRAs. And then the individual assists is at last 10 games is at so this 5.5 line. Point guards who went over this 5.5 line was Brunson, Reeves, Harden, Anthony Simons, Collier. I mean Trey. I mean people who's supposed to go over, right? Maxi, of course, right? Maxi didn't go over, so his assist could be in play here. He's in a good spot for assists, so I'll just add him, right? He's in a good spot for assists, so I'll add him to the play right there. Um, How about point guards versus Indiana, who's averaging about 10 3-point attempts? Right now they had 6.8 last 10 games. How about filtering into the threes, his threes, since he's at least going to take 10? How about or he's averaging 10? Um, let's put it at 9, not 98. Yeah, that's 3-pointers made. I just filtered to. I filtered to 3-pointers made. So, guards who's taking at least 9 3-pointers versus this team in the last 10 games. How about just in the last 10 games? So, man, so on December 29th, his line is at 3.5 at plus money. So, and this is a who's taking 9 or more, which was dating back to last year. But right here, November 4th, Luca, um, of course, Ball, Suggs, meh. I wouldn't even. I could. They didn't even have to put him up there. Anthony Simons, 3 for 11 was Derek White, and then lo and behold, Trey hit his line. He took 15 threes. So at the end of the day, it's doable if you want to get there. So it is what it is, right? Um, Bali is somebody I did want to take a look at there. So let me slide the slider on over on. I wanted to look at him for rebounds and assists, right? Something like that. So taking a look back here, uh, points plus rebounds is sitting at 20 and a half. So Barley, since the trade and all that, I'm gonna just pass on that. I'm not betting on him. Too much, too many games to be betting on him. Too much to be wasting time, right? He said a good lock. I mean, if you want to get to him, I mean, I couldn't talk you off of it because he's going to give you a chance. One thing I can say, he's going to give you a chance to hit it, right? To hit the point prop. He's in a good spot for assist for sure. He's in a good spot for assist, but does he does is he I don't know if he's going to get there. Truth be told, right? I don't know what Jordan Poole we're gonna see. We're gonna see the dime Jordan Poole, or we're gonna see the three shooting Jordan Poole. But what I do know is he is gonna shoot the three. Is he gonna drop the dimes? I don't know. Let's take a look at something real quick about his potentials and stuff like that. Come on, load up for me. Load up for me, bro. Load up for me. Load up for me. Load up for me. Load up. So he's 50% to this assist prop number at 5.5, but he's on at last 10 games he's only averaging 10 potential assists. Teams are going in and averaging teams are going in and averaging last 10 games averaging 15 potential assists. So let's just say he only gets he still only gets 15 potential assists. I mean 10 potential assists here. So let's see. No, I did that wrong. How about let's go between let's go between. So between let's go between mm, let's go between filter to between. Wow, why is it doing that? Let's go between 10 and 11. Let's see. Did that wrong. How about 8 and 11? So this last 10 games this year, guards who had between 8 and 11 potential assists, which is right on par with. So because we got he's averaging 10 potential assists. We got a 9.4 here, so I can roll with that. Um, they hit over this number 7 of this last 10, right? The thing about Poole is he can get trigger happy, right? 18 shots here, 17 shots here, 32 shots here, shit like that. Don't know how Poole is feeling. What's up, Calvin? Pacers, Calf, Nuggets money line. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. So this game here, I mean, whatever you want to get to for that game, bro. This is he's in a good spot for assists. Tyrese Halliburton is as well. Couldn't talk you off. Pascal Siakam, Hornets and Magic here. Truth be told, here, it's Paulo and Franz or nothing for me in this spot here, right? We just went to Apollo. Shout out to Apollo. He got that 30. He actually got 31. I didn't take him ladder up. I just really, really wanted to ladder him up though. But tough defensive matchup versus Orlando. But I I as of right now, this 22 and a half points for Paulo, I'm gonna like it. Just off the sheer not just off knowing that um Charlotte is this is a team I do target power forwards versus. They give up the one, two, three, four, five, six most points to the power forward. So, it is what it is, right? Paulo is in play, right? Paulo is in play here. Um, Charlotte. And then just off sheer volume, you got Francis in play as well, right? So Um, plays that I don't need to do too much research. Like who else is scoring the ball over here, man? Just gotta think about it like that. Orlando, who else is scoring the ball? You got Franz Wagner, the usage for Rams. Look, 22 shots, 17, 28 shots versus the Spurs, and 29 versus the Spurs. When you get a lot of shots like this, look, Sacramento, 22 shots. San Antonio, 28 shots. Atlanta, 29 shots. What all those teams got in common, Sacramento, San Antonio Spurs, Atlanta, all those teams here are up in pace, right? Atlanta, San Antonio, and who else was that? They all up in pace. So that's the difference, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to pace. People are going to get more shots, more shot opportunities and things of that nature, right? So that's why pace is important, right? Very important. And as you can see, Utah 37 points. He took 21 shots. Miami, Detroit, whatever. Philly, they around that Midland part, but you get the drift. Paulo, um, definitely gonna like the points for Paulo. Coming off a 31-point game, I'm looking for him to go ahead and get it cracking again, man. He took 22 shots versus Atlanta. I'm looking for him to, unless this game could get out of hand, I don't see reasons where he probably can't hit his points prop. I was playing his assists, Paulo's assists, and I don't mind it. But right now it's sitting at 4.5 at a parlay piece. You can get to it if you want. I have been teasing it down to 4, and a few times I bet it straight. But definitely gotta like Paulo. I don't want anything to do with any of these Charlotte Hornets players right now. Bridges is gonna have the green light though. So if you really, really want to take a look at Bridges, you can. Right? He's gonna have the green light. But definitely looking at Paulo and Franz here, you could probably get to Paulo and Franz and get you a parlay piece going too. You could probably go something like let's see, 2020 probably. You could probably get to 2020. Let me see, Paulo, Franz. That's a minus 138 to get them at 2020, and you can find something else to knock that juice off, right? Even if you like them to win this game. Um, you could probably take the Magics, and then boom, you get 2020 in a money line at plus 100. That's just an example of what you can do to find something to get the juice off of it. But at the end of the day, these two are the highest two usage players on the team. They will be shooting, right? They will be shooting. They'll be shooting early and often. If you look at their roster here, Wagner, Bancaro, Suggs, probably not playing. Anthony's probably going to play the third fiddle offensively. Uh, Wendell Carter's going to get shots when he can. Anthony Black, Caldwell Pope, none of these guys threaten any type of usage from these guys. If you want to try to win your bets and stuff, the you want to stick to the highest usage players, man. So at the end of the day, there could be some blowout risk here. We do have a 12.5 point spread, so take that into consideration. And but anything can happen, right? And then we know for a fact, even though this game is going to be a pace down matchup, we know for a fact that We know Ball is out, Williams is out, Okogie is out, Diabate is questionable, but we know in the midst of all those guys being hurt, this guy here is going to take his shots, right? He's going to be one of the guys that's going to give you an opportunity to hit his points prop, but things are, things can be different. Like I said, look at Brooklyn, right? You got to look at the pace of things. Look at the score, first of all. The score was 89 to 97. He played 29 minutes. Only took 11 field goals. Pace matters. Pace matters. Look at the last 10 games. Look at the last 10 games. Look at the last 10 games here. And we can filter to pace, right? Brooklyn, number 30th. They are playing the slowest in the league right now, right? The last 10 games. They're playing the slowest pace. Long possessions. It's just equivalent to you just got a team out there in the NFL just running the ball, right? So just look at it like that, right? Some stats can be. Then you got Orlando Magic down here, right? Then you got Charlotte Hornets right here. The pace of this Charlotte Hornets going up against Orlando Magic, two bottom teams in pace. It's not going to be a lot of fireworks going on here. The total is at 202, right? This is a game where you could probably dig in and find your best unders at, right? So at the end of the day, it is what it is, right? When you got friends, those three guys will be the highest usage players from this game. Miles Bridges, Franz Wagner, and Paulo Banchero. If this shit gets out of hand, 22 and a half points, it's possible Miles Bridges probably don't even get there. If he comes out cooking, then he might come out cooking. But long story short, those are things that factor into these games that people need to be looking at, paying attention to, because you just be like, oh, why he didn't get there? Oh, why he didn't get there? Sometimes all money ain't good money. You got to factor in all this type of shit, man. So that's my thoughts on that game. Cleveland Cavaliers, Toronto Raptors. Now, at the end of the day here, we got 14 and a half spread for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Back to back for Toronto. Then I don't expect quickly to play on the back to back. Why? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't expect him. He ain't been playing back to back. To be so injury prone, I don't expect quickly to play on the back to back. And it's possible you just don't even know, man. Why would you run? I mean, you want to run Scotty Barnes out there? Probably not, right? All-Star game week coming up. This probably their last game. You never know what's going to happen. They might end up sitting them down, right? So beware of props and things of that nature. What I'm looking at here on the back to back here is I'm looking at the margins, right? And if I might play the blowout pack here. Um, I might go with the 31 plus for Cleveland at plus 520. I might play the 26 plus 285, and I might play the 21 to 30, right, at plus 320. Now, when you play these here, you play them all three and combo them up, and let's say they win by 30, you're going to lose one, right? If you get in the area, you're going to lose one. If they win by 31 plus, then you'll hit the 31 plus, you'll hit the 26 plus, but you'll lose the 21-30. If they win by 26, you'll hit the 21 plus 30, and you'll lose the 20. If they win by 26, you'll hit the 26, the 21, but you'll lose the 30. If they win by 22, you'll only hit the 21 plus 30, 21 to 30, but you're getting it at a plus 320, right? So if you're using like whatever type of unit size you got or whatever the case may be, you can still push at the end of the day. If you hit the 21 plus 30 and you miss the other two, you can still push. But chances are they going upside their head today, right? So at the end of the day, just take that into consideration, bro, with these props and everything else to go with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we got an over under of what? 234 and a half. Cleveland Cavaliers 14 and a half point favorites. It's just a lot, bro. So keep an eye on the injury news. News going to be rolling in. And then taking a look at Toronto, I mean, RJ Barrett questionable. RJ Barrett ain't played since February 2nd. Why would you even play him, right? Jacoperto questionable. Sit him out. Uh, Quickly, don't even play on back to backs. Will he play today? Don't play him. Sit these guys out over the All Star break. Make sure these guys make sure you got something to come back to. Right? Just sit them. If you sit those guys there, these 1, 2, 3, these guys, you'll be dealing with this right here. Mobgo, Grady, Walter, Abaji, Boucher. Man, go on somewhere, man. Band them up, man. Wrap them up, band them up, man. Put a bow on them. Get them up out of here. At the end of the day, take what you want, leave what you want, what you don't, right? MB killed me last night with the hook on 27 and a half. Had 27, but he had 22 mid third. It blew my whole ticket. I'm sorry about that one, bro. I know how things can get frustrated when that happens. Stefan Castle assists a good look. I didn't look at Stefan Castle assists. I didn't. I probably wouldn't go there, but it is what it is. Like I said, when I looked at the assists here, just overall, anything can happen though with the pace. But Boston, just as a team, when you look at the assists here, they don't give up many assists, right? So they third in giving up as a team, though. They third in giving up the least, least amount of assists. You got Houston, Orlando, and Boston. All right. So let's keep it moving, right? So Philadelphia 76ers, Brooklyn Nets. This is this is a this is a this is I don't expect Embiid to play. That's one thing. I don't expect Embiid to play here. And as we're looking at the teams here, now let's take a look at defensive rating, right? So I don't know how, but the last 10 games, Brooklyn Nets are number one in defensive rating, right? They 5-5 in that time span, right? Now, another thing we could take a look at is pace again, right? So let's take a look at pace again. Now, Brooklyn Nets, they number one in defensive rating, and they playing the slowest, man. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, let's take a look at these lines, right? Sometimes that's what I look at before I even look at lines, right? So I didn't even look at the lines, right? So now we got a 211 over under, right? Philadelphia 3-point favorites, right? At the end of the day, this is how you try to snipe out your dogs and stuff like that. What you do know that that Embiid might not be playing this game, right? We do know that Embiid might not be playing this game, and things, just not my. I don't know, man. I don't really target a lot of stuff in this game, in these mucky up games and stuff like that. But let's take a look at some things here. Um, Point guards, right? So Philly, they're giving up the third most points to the point guards over the season. That's probably Maxey, right? He can't, he ain't the greatest defender. Rebounds, rebound chances, assists, meh. And then you got 3-pointers made, right? So 3-pointers made in the green. In fact, Philly's giving up the most 3-pointers to the center. I mean to the guard position, right? Point guard position. What I do yesterday, I took quickly up to 30 points. So unfortunately, he didn't get there, and I took his 2.5 threes. Unfortunately, he got there. Gladly he got there. I took his points. He ended up getting. I took him at his regular line. I took him at 20, 25, and 30. He only hit his regular line. He hit his threes, and he hit the 20 points. So I missed on the 25 and I missed on the 30. Right? It is what it is. It was a ladder spot. Next, you got who is this? D'Angelo Russell on deck, right? D'Angelo Russell, he ain't been wrestling like I want him to, but it is what it is. Um, D'Angelo Russell, his points prop is sitting at 14 and a half at plus money. The assist prop for him is sitting at 5.5, and then the 3 ball for him is looking like it's sitting at 2.5 at a plus 140. You're getting good value on that, right? So take a deeper look into this, right? Let's take a deeper look into this because I got one more play. Let's take a deeper look into these two plays here. Now, power forwards, right? You know we like to target power forwards versus this team. So we'll start with the points. Philly, number two, and giving up points to power forward. They in the green and on the rebounds. That was Scotty Barnes yesterday, right? We double teamed them. I double teamed. I took Scotty Barnes points. I took Scotty Barnes rebounds. We went over this yesterday, right? We went over this yesterday. He goes out there and cashes his rebounds. He cashes his points. I took his points, his rebounds, and I took the double double. He cashed all three. So at the end of the day here, they're giving up the second most points to the power forward position. The rebounds are in the green, probably number one in rebounds to the power forward position. Rebound chances, number one in the green. Assist, they're giving up assists as well, and they're giving up potential assists. And the three pointers made, that's a different story, right? But it is what it is. But you can look at raw points for the power forwards. Now, when you're taking a look at, let's take a look another look into, let's take a deeper look into this game here. Y'all, we know who Tyrese Maxey is. You don't need me, right? You don't need me to whatever, right? But just know this is a pace down matchup. This is a pace down matchup. Semi pace up matchup for these guys, Brooklyn. So I want to take a look at Brooklyn. I want to take a look at D'Angelo Russell, who should be leading the way in the assist category here. I mean, the point guard category. Because I think we're going to get more value on these guys than we're going to get on these guys. So let's just see if we want to bet on these guys. First and foremost, D'Angelo Russell versus Philly. Um, the three-pointers, he's only 2 of 5 to this number. Points prop at 14.5. He's 2 of 5 to this number. This season, he's 1 for 1 this season. That's what you've done for me lately. He's 1 for 1 this number here this season, and whatever, right? So now we got a quick glimpse of that. Let's take let's take that down. And how about let's see what last 10 games how Philly's defense look versus the power forwards. So I mean versus point guards. So point guards last 10 games are over their points line in 6 of 10 at 14.5. 3-point line in 4 straight games at 2.5. They averaging 3.3 threes, 3-point makes on 8.1 attempts. The rebound line is at 2.5. D'Angelo Russell, his rebound line in the last 10 games, he's 50% to this rebound line. And point guards have hit their rebound line in the last 10 games versus this team in 9 straight games. I mean, 9 of their last 10 games. Okay, so those are some things we could definitely take a look at there. That this team is ailing in. And right now, it's like I'm having trouble with my mouse or whatever, but it's not grabbing that. Now we're looking at combos back here. So points plus assists, last 5 games, right? Let me filter this to the last 5 games because what's been going on in the last 5 games, I do not know, right? So last 5 games, they've been looking pretty, pretty vulnerable here, man. Points and assists, points plus rebounds and assists, PRAs, right? All green, all smacks, right? 5 for 5, 3 for 5, 5 for 5, 5 for 5, whatever the case may be, right there. So combo's been looking good for point guards. So let's go back one more time, and let's go back here. Since they've been so vulnerable the last 5 games, wow, man, it's not even. You see that? It's not even moving for me, man. Can I click it over? Okay, I can click it over. All right, that'll work. So let's compare some of these numbers. Point guards have been averaging 38 minutes in this time span. The last 5 games, that's interesting. When he's only at last 10 games, he's only averaging 24 minutes. So that can be something there. How about we just filter this to 25 minutes? Filter minutes, 25 minutes. That's probably the thing there. Bang. 25 minutes. We get a little bit of no, not 25 minutes. I filtered to be exact between. So let's go between um let's go last okay, between 24 and 28 minutes. And 28 minutes. 24 and 28 minutes. Let's just say that. So this year, last 5 games, team point guards who play between 24 and 28 minutes are 4-5 to this points line. 3-point line, they fourth 6 to this 3-point line. The rebounds, I mean, 2 of 5. I'm not too much focused on the rebound. Um, assist. Assist is at what? 5.5. Okay. So lately, it's just been like lately, man. Lately, they've been not. They ain't been doing good lately versus the point guard position. So that's what's been going on. The power forward position here. So I'm probably gonna end up taking. I might take a stab at the threes for him, and or points. I don't know, but it's a good spot for him. So if you want to get there, be my guest. Power forwards here. So power forwards. Um, um. So first of all, we got a 3 point. So let's see. Last 10 games, power forwards. So we see some green here, right? We got big green here. Power forwards, 3.5 rebounds, 9 of their last 10, right? So we could definitely take a look there. He's only over this line 3.5 in 4 of his last 10 games. Um, Head to head versus Philly, don't know. I'll take a look and see head to head versus Philly. So head to head versus Philly, Cam Johnson historically has rebounded well when it comes to his rebound line. He's hit this number in 7 of his last 9 games versus this team dating back to February 2023. He didn't hit this line this year, and the last game previous before that, he didn't hit the line. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. Is it a good matchup for rebounding? Yes, it is. They're averaging teams are averaging 7.4 rebounds versus this team in the last four, in the last in the last 10 matchups this year. Well, the last 10 matchups. So I mean, if I could add this over there, the 3.5 rebounds, just because it's a great matchup, right? Just because it's a great matchup, I can add it there. He's averaging 31 minutes there. Um, so it is what it is. Now, unfiltered that for versus Philly. And the 2.5 threes, he's 6 of 10 to this number in his last 10 games. He's had 3 threes. He's hit three. He's hit 2 threes or better in every game in the last 10 games. Um, when you're looking at the threes, he's probably taking 7.5 threes. That's about on. And they got the power forwards here. So power forwards here, he's averaging 7.5 3-point attempts. We could take a look at the 3-point attempts here because they only got point power forwards averaging 3.5 attempts. So let's bump that 3-point attempts up and see what we can get in the 3-point area. Filter 3-point attempts. He's averaging 7.5. Let's go, and they only got it at what? Let's go 6. Let's just go 6 and let's see what we can get. 6 threes. He's gonna take 6 threes today. What are power forwards doing versus this team in the 3-point area when they take 6 threes? Now, uh, They 7 to 10 to this number. They're 2.5 line, right? Tatum hit it 5, 5 for 8. Um, OG three for 10. Um, is that Hawkins? Yeah, 5 for 11. Who was this? Jalen Wilson. Um, Horford gave him 5 threes, and Franz gave him 5 threes. I don't know how he gave him 5 threes, but he gave him 5 3. Long story short, it's a pretty decent spot for the 3 pointers. And like I said, we've already looked at this number, right? We've already looked at this number here, and as you can see, um, they're giving up the second most threes to the power forward position. No, I'm sorry, Philly. They're around the middle of the pack. But when you're looking at points, there, Philly number 2. Now, what did the points category jump to? Um, he's taking 13 shot attempts. Okay, okay. So his points line. Let me see his points line. Let me see. Take this down. So this is about on par, right? If somebody's taking 13 shot attempts, he's averaging 13 shot attempts, 50% to their points line. So I could see it, right? I would probably look at his threes, right? I like his threes. I like what he does from beyond the arc. So I probably would look at his threes, right? So I couldn't talk you off the threes for neither one of those guys. That's what I'll probably be looking at. But you do get a bump. You know what I'm saying? You do get a bump, right? You do get a bump because those are the two spots that they're ailing at, and the best spot looked like the rebounds for the rebounds for Johnson, right? So that's some stuff that you can look at there. Not a fan of that game. It's kind of like pace down. Atlanta Hawks, New York Knicks, right? Everything is on the table here. Probably don't have to look into a lot of numbers here. Carl Towns, you got Trey in the Garden, and it's Trey in the Garden, man. So Trey in the Garden, bro. Like, man, it's different. It's different when you get Trey in the Garden. Let's take a look. It's different, right? I don't want to go too extensive in this one here, so probably we could do like a little drive by just to see if we see anything. But we can look at some head-to-head numbers for Trey in the Garden, and I'll show you guys. Trey Young at the top. Versus New York Knicks. Okay, so we are looking at hmm. So this will be the fourth and final matchup. They won the first two. Now they won. Now they took an L. So Knicks should be looking to get these boys this game. Half at plus money. He's hit this number 1 out of his last 3 games versus them. I never play his points, man. I never play his points. I don't. I never do. I never play his threes. I never play his points. It's been assists or nothing for me, and I haven't been betting those lately. Early in the season, yeah. I haven't been betting those lately. I thought his numbers would look way more better than this, but they have won 2 of their last 3 games This Knicks should be trying to, this Knicks will be trying to get back for sure. OG yesterday was the first game of a back to back. He might. I wouldn't play him, but I don't know if he's going to play or not. I wouldn't play him. Um, you say trade under? I don't know. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I can't. I can't bet that. I can't bet his unders because I don't want to, man. I don't know. I don't know what trade you're gonna see. So I don't know what trade you're gonna see today. I don't. I couldn't bet his unders. I can't. I just couldn't get there. But if you want to get there, be my guest. I can't get there. This is a different type of matchup here. Last time these two teams played, he went off for 6 for 12 for 3. This teams have animosity. I don't know if I'm gonna get there. Truth be told, I probably would fade it unless before I go there, right? Um, the last 10 games they have. So what looks green as of right now? First look, the rebounds. Rebound line for Trey is sitting at 2.5 at a minus 125. He's hit this number in 6 of his last 9 games versus this team. And just in general, he's only 5. He's 50% to this number. This is where they're probably the point guards just went in there and hit this rebound line 8 of their last 10 games. So this is a good spot. I will add this over there as being a good spot. Just spotting it off the naked eye right now. So I'll add it over there as of being a good spot. Okay. I'm gonna scroll down, just taking a look. Dyson Daniels, his numbers have been getting crushed, right? As you can see right here, what he's been doing in oh, here it is right here. Oh, against the Knicks, I see against the Knicks. General, since he's been getting a lot more minutes, he's got a parlay piece of a 1 3-pointer, right? He's hit that number in 8 of his last 10 games. Last 2 games, he has not attempted a 3. Now, got to think, I would imagine because well, number one, they played Orlando one of these games. Number 2, Washington. But number 3, they have implemented, they trade pieces that, um, um, they trade pieces that they got. They got the power forward guy and they got somebody else. So, those guys, they're taking it 3. But it's at a 1-3 and a parlay piece. You can take it if you want. His rebounds, in general, he's hit this number in 9 of 10. It's at 5.5. So, taking a look, we'll slide over here, and some of his PRAs has been looking good. Like his points and rebounds been looking good. Um, this is in general, right? So he's 6 of 10, 7 of 10, 8 of 10, 7 of 10. All this double doubles, PRAs, rebounds and assists, points plus rebounds, and points plus assists. Now we can take a look at versus the New York Knicks. All that stuff is kind of red, right? Things like that. And it was a different ball game though. You had Jalen Johnson in the fold, and this, that, and the other. So, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. At New York, it don't even matter, right? He's just in a total different role, I would say. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I would say he's in a total different role. Averaging 6.8 shots over that time span. Right now, he's taking a lot of different shots here. So I don't know, man. I have been betting his rebounds and assists here and there, but I don't know if I'll get there, bro. I don't. For him and this Knicks defense over the last 10, mm, mm. Leon say Trey plays good at MSG. He does, man. He's got to try to keep that up. Reese share. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's any of these guys I'll get to, truth be told. The threes here, he's got a 1.5 3-point line. Last 10 games, people have hit that 6 of his last 10 games. Don't know who they're gonna start, what the start lineup's gonna be. I don't know. This guy here, I don't think he's gonna be. Uh, well, what is this points line? So his last 5 games he's been playing, his points line sitting at 7.5, and you know, to this line, but at 32 minutes though, right? At 32 minutes, so you would have to do some reshaping here, right? He's only been playing like 15, 22, 14, lower usage guy, where he took some shots here and there. I would probably put him at two, probably about 8 shot attempts, and his usage is going to go down. So I wouldn't take too much into consideration at looking at this because he's playing 15 minutes a game right here on the season, and right here, or the last 10 games, and right here, these numbers are predicated off somebody who's at least playing 32 minutes. And I'm not going to be filtering and all that because I'm probably not going to bet on him. Um, these numbers here are pretty kind of like pretty accurate here. Let's take a look. Versus New York Knicks. I don't know how many minutes or if Capella played last game at all. Let me see. He didn't play. Another guy I want to take a look at is Gerald Levert. See, Gerald Levert, he came in, played 32 minutes on the 12th. He's somebody that you're gonna have to take a look at and how they want to use him, right? So he's gonna be an interesting play, right? As long as he stay healthy, he actually does. If he can stay healthy and get more and get his usage up, he does more than a than a he does more than a hunter who they had at first, right? He just got to get implemented, right? So he can get some assists, he can get some rebounds and stuff like that. He can play the point, right? He can do things. So, you know, um, he played versus Orlando. He came out there and got active, right? He played 18 minutes. He came out there and got active. He could be somebody that you could definitely look at. He can pop off at any time. Um, and then Niang, you can look at him for threes. I had his threes last game. He didn't get the start. That's what kind of threw me off a little bit, but it is what it is, right? But Okongwu, probably somebody I probably won't be betting on. Um, Probably somebody I won't be betting on. I ain't even gonna lie, but um, I could have some slight interest in this rebounds, though. I ain't even gonna lie. Uh, Looking at this rebounds here, the line is at 8.5. Centers went over this number in 6 of his last 10 games, including versus this team on January 20th. That's the last time they played him. He went over his rebound line and his points line. So you can look at his points, points plus rebounds, or whatever the case may be. I think that's an okay look. His points plus rebounds or something like that because he can get busy. And all he had to do is stay in foul trouble. Carlton Towns is not the best defender. Okay, his points plus teams went over their points plus rebounds in the last 10, 5 games, 5 or 10. His points plus rebounds, he's 410. Hmm. 21 and a half, I guess. Hmm. One, two, three, four, five. 4 of his last 5 games, Jalen Brunson went over his 3 line versus Atlanta. This is numbers versus Atlanta. I'll paint it for you. Some of the weaknesses in their defense here, you can see rebounds to point guards. Guards are over this number in 7 of 10 at 2.5. Bridges been balling as of late, huh? He's over there 17.5 points in 8 of his last 10 games versus Atlanta. He likes Atlanta, huh? What about without OG? Without OG. Versus Atlanta. Hmm. I don't know. Let me see something here. So we'll get a double for Precious Achiuwa at plus 310, right? I don't expect Precious. I mean, I don't expect why would you play OG today? I mean, I just don't know. Why would you play OG? So, let's see. Atlanta, 6 power forwards. Atlanta. Okay, how about last 3 weeks? Atlanta. Hmm. Okay. Coming off a double here. Um, this is probably one of the plays I really want to look at here. I know how we know a lot of people don't, a lot of people do, whatever the case may be. But this guy can get active, right? His rebound prop here sitting at what? 8.5 at plus money. You'll get 10 at plus 155 and the double. Okay, so let's take a look at Precious Achiuwa. Go to the bench real fast. Let's go last 5. I want to see how many rebound chances he's averaging in the last 5. He's averaging 13 and a half rebound chances last 5 games. 12 versus Indy, 4 versus Boston, 8 versus Toronto, 9 versus Houston. That's his last 5 games. Field goal attempts, around 7 field goal attempts. I have to go back to, let's see, versus Atlanta. And I have to go back to what was that? 13 rebound chances. To the power forward. Okay. Well, that's what they average. Rebounds, rebound chances. 13. That's good for 8 rebounds. So that's just about on par then, I guess. Hmm. Okay. I'll be looking at Precious Achiuwa's rebounds here in some shape, form, or fashion. That's one game. That's one play that I'm looking at, right? And you get the double double at plus 330. Excuse me. So that's what I'm looking at right there. Precious Achua or double double. Now he's gonna have to. He's gonna have to have OG out. If OG out, I wouldn't take the under rebounds. That's a play that I like right there. Miami Heat, Oklahoma City Thunder. Not one of my favorite games here. I would not be betting on anybody from Miami Heat from in this game. I don't know what's going to happen in this game. I don't want any props from this game. Excuse me, I don't. Take a look and see what they go that Cleveland game suspended. So that's probably Barnes and those guys. That's probably it could be um, quickly out probably. Poto out. RJ, what? They finna come to play. RJ Barrett in. So that I think quickly, if RJ Barrett is in, then I think quickly in. Yeah, I think quickly in what's the name playing. So Poto is out. Barrett is in. Okay. Fuck man, who playing? Who they playing again? Cleveland. Mm. All right. Okay. That's interesting. Very. Um, I'll take a look at some lines here, but I don't have too much interest in betting on any one of these guys here. Truth be told, this is a lot of games, man. I want to take a look at the rebounds though. Bam, there's a lot going on in this game here, man. Tyler Hero at 21, SGA at 32. Then you got where's is he playing today? Chet. Oh, Chet Holmgren's out, huh? Okay, he's out. That's different. That's different. Okay. So Chances are, I thought Chet was playing, man. Chances are, I'm probably still gonna like. I'm probably gonna. I mean, whatever you want to get to. Um, Nothing really stands out as a must for me. Maybe you got a must or whatever the case may be, but what's the spread in this game? 14. It's a live betting situation for me. I ain't even gonna lie. What is Tyler Hero threes at? Since we got a tough matchup, we getting 2.5, 3.5 at plus money. Andrew Wiggins 2.5 at plus money. Um, mm. Well, what I do know is this: point guards are in good spots versus Miami. We'll go over this. I'll leave you guys with that. But it's SGA, especially in the assist category, right? They are giving up the second most assists over the course of the season versus point guards, and they're giving up a decent amount of threes. That's not SGA will shoot some, but that's not really his full forte, whatever the case may be. But I mean, they're green in a lot of spots. I wouldn't worry about this 24 and a half. I wouldn't worry about that when you're dealing with somebody like SGA. So, it is what it is, right? So he's in a good spot here for other things outside of points. So if you want to take a look at that, what is this assist prop sitting at? Probably it can't be no less than 5.5. 5.5 minus 132. I won't be betting that though. Milwaukee Bucks, Minnesota Timberwolves. We got an over under of 222 here. Um, what I will say here, right off first glance, I know we're gonna have Rudy Gobert out there. I'm quite sure his rebounds are in play here, right? For sure. His rebounds sitting at what? 11 and a half. I didn't pull the trigger. I like it off first glance. But I don't know if I'll be able to get there, right? So his points, his rebounds are in play. Interesting matchup. It'll be Bobby Portis versus Nas Reed. That's interesting. Um, and Brooke Lopez. Brooke Lopez, I will be looking at Brooke Lopez from beyond the arc today, right? I'm thinking I'm going to pull the trigger on his threes, sitting at for a parlay piece, and then I got to wrestle with the fact to see if I want to go for the 2.5. I know it's Rudy Gobert, so just come on out here and get this work right from beyond the arc. Let's take a look and see how he's fared there. This dream has gotten long again, but I will not be doing this. Like I cannot do this every day. MLB is coming up. Those are the ones that are going to be long. I cannot do this every day like this. And then the site not moving as fluid as I needed to. It's moved slow. I'm going straight to Brooke Lopez. What is this? Oh, it's his last 5. Let's go to at least last 10. So he's over this 1.5 3-point line in 5 of his last 10 games. What about versus Minnesota? Minnesota, he's hit this number in 3 of his last 10. I mean, 3 of his last 4 games versus Minnesota. Um, okay. Um, let's slide over here. And okay, let's no, let's slide over here and uh, 3-pointers, right? His rebound line is only 4.5. That's terrible, man. That's terrible. That's terrible. So what, 3 pointers here. He's averaging 5.2, 5 3-point attempts, right? Let's take a look at when centers take 5 3-point attempts versus Minnesota. So at 1.5, centers who's taking 5 3-pointers or more are over this line, and this year 50%. So Wemby went 1 for 7, 3 for 10 for Horford, and 1 for 7 for Wemby again right here, and then 4 for 12 for Wemby, right? So Wemby been trying to get down on him, right? So it is what it is. How about I mean that's about it. But I do like it. I'm gonna use it as a parlay piece, and I'm gonna take it all day to figure out if I'm gonna go with the if I'm gonna go with the if I'm gonna go with the 5. I mean the 3, or just take it as a live bet. But I'm definitely gonna use that as a parlay piece there. And this should be an interesting game. I'm not gonna bet too much on this game, but it should be an interesting one. Dame Lillard has got the green. I couldn't talk off anything from Dame Lillard, right? He's on one right now. He'll probably see some Nikhil Alexander Walker. I need to see what the line is in this game. And it's a lean towards the over. 221 Milwaukee Bucks 8. I mean Minnesota 8-point favorites here. I like the rebounds here. I may end up taking a stab at the rebounds for Rudy Gobert. Chicago Bulls, Detroit Pistons. I mean, it's like a remake of yesterday. If you want to get to the Bulls, man, the Bulls got their ass beat up yesterday. That hurt. But I like the same thing over again, man. You know, double doubles and everything, man. Everything. The assist props. I like everything. I don't know. I don't know if the Bulls can keep this one close. Like I said yesterday, I'm skeptical about Vucevic right now. I don't know if he's lost his. I don't know if he really, really, really want to play. Want to play? It's hard. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, Buzelis is going out there playing some ball. You can still look at Kobe for his threes. If they can find some way to keep it close to double points plus rebounds, all that for Jalen Duran. He even went out there and got 11 rebounds. I had him for 11 and a half. So whatever you want to do with this Bulls games, it is what it is. Sacramento Kings, New Orleans Pelicans, trying to speed this up right now. And Sabonis, you can look at Sabonis for whatever you really want to look at him for. Um, but I took his rebounds for the first time at a high number like that at 13 and a half. 14 and a half, I can't do it. Right? I can't do it at 14 and a half. I can't. But this should be an interesting game in some shape, form, or fashion here. I'm not a fan of neither one of these teams' defense in the backcourt. That's one thing. Looking at defense, for I know first the shooting guards. I know that Sacramento has given up, threes versus shoot guards and points versus shooting guards and stuff like that. Over the course of the season, Sacramento is giving up the second most threes. Okay, I don't know if you want to look at the small forward spot here, and Sacramento is still giving up the threes. So I'm definitely going to have some interest in points plus threes or something like that for guys like that's giving up the second most threes to the shooting guard position, which lands at CJ, right? And then he's at 2.5 in the parlay piece. I like that. And then a straight for somebody like Trey Murphy. I couldn't talk you off of that. Big Zion out there, getting busy, and then the rebound prop for Nisi. He'd have to stay out of foul trouble, and at 8.5, I couldn't talk you off of it, right? So this is a spot I think we can visit, um, just really, really briefly, right? Let's try to briefly visit this one. I think I want to see. I want to check out. I want to check out Nisi, right? Let's see. I think this is a good game for same game parlays here. So 2 times this year he had 11 rebounds or better, right? So the points, meh, right? So it is what it is with that. But like I said, I already knew off back. I could see instances where he could get to his rebound prop, right? Don't know if I'm gonna go there, but I could see instances where he can get to his rebound prop. I'll put that to the side, right? I can see instances, and you'll probably get a really good number on a double double for him or something like that, right? Probably get a good number for him on a double double. That's versus Sacramento this year. He's averaging almost 8 rebounds, 7.7 rebounds. The rebound chances are, pretty nice for him. At 16.2, he's averaging 16.2 rebound chances, and this team. Um, Last 10 games, centers are averaging 22 rebounds, but I mean 10, 11 rebounds, but you do got a hefty rebound, 22 rebound game from what's the boy's name? Joker there. But I might pump my brakes. I might pump my brakes on this spot because I mean you do got Jonas Valanciunas. I might just pump my brake on the rebounds, man. Just I might pump my brakes on the rebounds though. I ain't gonna lie. Jonas Valanciunas is gonna be in there. I might pump my brakes. So fast forwarding it to not Zion. Um, let's see, Zion versus Sacramento. Um, he's had 25 points or better in 4 of his last 5 games versus them. So I couldn't talk you off anything for Zion. Um, let's slide up here to Trey Murphy. Multiple threes in every game versus them since he's played in the last since 2023. Uh, three threes are better in every game except for one. So um, CJ is the one I want. The one I think I want to bet on here. CJ versus Sacramento. One, two, three, four. Man. One, two, three, 4 of his last 5 games. He has 6 threes or better. I gotta put CJ over there to the side, right? CJ is the guy that I want to bet on here. Might have to take him up to 4. Um, Zion would be in, so I mean, I know he should still get his 3 point. Let's go with Zion. Okay, this year he hit. This year, last a few days ago, he gained 31. What was the scope to that game? 118 and 123. Yeah, that's what I want. This is what I want right here. Zach Levine to be out there. Yeah, all them no defense having motherfuckers to be out there. I want that for sure. Um, and I'm also taking a look at. So I like that, and I also like in this spot here. Let's see, Jose Alvarado. I can't. Right, I can't. Um, Malik Monk's assists. Both games this well, 2 games this boy has he rebounded versus these guys. Oh my God. Last 2 games, 20 rebounds, 16 rebounds. Ooh. Field goal attempts 15 and 18. His field goal attempts up. 21 and a half points is not out of the realm of possibilities for him. Man, shit. That boy getting rebounds and points. Points plus rebounds, whatever you want to look at for Sabonis. You don't need me to tell you that. Um Murray. The 1.5 threes for Murray is at a parlay piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for 10, 7 for 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 straight games he hit the 1.5 threes. You can look at that. And DeRozan been balling versus this team. I don't know who will be guarding him, but he's been eating good. Looking at the rebound prop over here, 8 of the last 10 games to this position here, they've given up 4 rebounds to or better, and he's 4-6 to this number. So you could look at rebounds for DeRozan or points plus rebounds or whatever the case may be, right? And his assist prop is at 3.5, and he's 6 to 10 to this number. And versus this team, this team is 6 to 10 to this number to that rebound prop. Assist prop, and then versus them, he's hit this number in 4 of his last 6 games. DeRozan been shooting a three as of late too, man. Straight up. Zach Levine has dropped 25 points on these boys. He's hit his points line at 21 and a half in 4 straight games versus the team, including the one time he met with this team, which was a couple days ago. So he hit his points prop then. Um, not a big fan of this defense of Sacramento for sure. And Malik Monk, I'll be looking at him for assists, bro. Straight up. February 8th, he had 7 assists versus this team. His assists are sitting at 7.5. December 12th, he had 9 assists. Let's see what he's been doing as of late. In the assist category, 7, 8. I think it's time. I can see instances where he could probably get there, right? Looking at his assist prop, his potential assists, he's averaging 12 potential assists. Um, he's had games with 14, 21, 10 as of late. So he had 21 potential assists versus New Orleans Pelicans. I won't be surprised if he doesn't get there, right? At 7.5. So you never know, right? Let me see. You never know. So I have interest in his assist prop. I really do. It's up at 7.5 now, but it is what it is. Um, Points and assists. I forgot who that was for. Who you talking about for Hail Mary? What's the word? I had a slow start today. Got some bad news yesterday, but I'm here to rock with you, man. I hope the news. I hope the news pop out. Hope things get better, man. Hope things get better. I hate to hear anything like that. So yeah, this game here, I'm gonna like this game, man. I'm not gonna get carried away with it, but I'm gonna like this game. I really do. Um, Los Angeles Lakers, Utah Jazz. Los Angeles Lakers been playing some good ball, man. I didn't look at the numbers here, but right off the back, you already know it's it's them boys, right? The rebounds. The rebounds for Walker Kessler. I probably won't take that 12 and a half. And then the assist prop here for Isaiah Collier, right? At 8.5. I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna take it again, man. Take it again, and then shout out to we was trying to figure out who we was gonna go for the double double, and Isaiah Collier hit it, and John Collins hit it. So John Collins points plus rebounds, and double double, all that. Sabonis, you said it was Sabonis points plus assists. I would rather go points plus rebounds for Sabonis, maybe, because I know he can go ballistic in either one, but I couldn't talk you off his regular points prop, right? Sabonis is a hard guy to bet on for me with those lines so high like that, but points plus assists was probably his lowest line when it comes to the combos, or maybe rebounds and assists would probably be his lowest line. But I don't know if I want to incorporate assists with it. I don't know. So I think I'm fine with his points. He's went over his rebounds both games, last two games versus team like 16 rebounds or better. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Now for this game here, I don't have nothing for the Lakers truly right now. Double double parlay piece for Walker Kessler if you want to get there, but I'm thinking John Collins, man, straight up. I mean, John Collins is gonna come in and do John Collins things, and you know, I think if nobody gets there, I still think John Collins gets there, right? I'm mousing up house. He can play 4 and a 5. The 36 and the 39 minutes is what's got me, right? He can play the 4 and a 5. You're gonna have some Jackson Hayes out there. He can shoot the three, 3 of 7, 1 for 2, whatever the case may be. He went through a hiatus, right? I mean, he went through a stretch where he went 3 for 4, 2 for 3, 2 for 3, 2 for 2. The shot attempts, he's going to come right in, putting it up. 17 points on 10 shots. I don't know if I don't know why he shot less than what he's usually shoot. I mean, 13, 16, 13, 8 of 9, 18, 15, 18, 10. But at the end of the day, I can see instances where he gets there, and then the rebounds, right? He does have rebound upside at double doubles. He got a double double in 2 of his last 4 games. So it's a multitude of ways you can look at him. I'm looking at him for the double double for the sake of the small team, and you know, or you could look at his rebounds individually. I think this is a good spot for his rebounds. He probably get the 7.5 look, yeah. So 10 you'll get it at 10, you'll get it at plus 175, and then the double double, you'll get it at plus 185. So personally, I would probably take the rebounds at plus 175, just in case he goes out there and finds some way to get 9 points. If I'm looking at a double double at a plus 185, I would probably just go to the rebounds and take the 10 rebounds at a plus 175, just in case he don't score 10. So you got to weigh your options in some shape, form, or fashion. So it is what it is with that situation right there. The value is on Collins right now from the rebound standpoint. I mean, now you're getting Walker Kessler rebounds at 12.5, although it is doable, but the value right now is on John Collins. Can he get these 10 rebounds? This is a rematch right here. The last time they played was versus LA. He did have 11 rebounds. I can go back and take a look and see how many rebound chances he had that game versus a lot of other games. I'll go over here to and let's see John Collins, because I can do that. Take a look at John Collins over here. Bam, John Collins. Looking at his advanced numbers here, he had 16 rebound chances right here versus the Lakers. 18 rebound chances versus Phoenix for 6 rebounds, 12 rebound chances versus Golden State Warriors with 5 rebounds. And Indy, he had 18 rebounds on 12 rebounds on 18 rebound chances, right? So at the end of the day, I mean, they small. So I'm taking my chances, right? I'm taking my chances. So it is what it is, right? John Collins, that number looks good. And then the 10 assists, the assist prop, for Collier, you'll get Collier's assist at what 9 and 10 at plus 130, and his regular line at like minus 111, right? Minus 113 as of right now where we stand. So it's a pick your poison type of thing when it comes to that right there, right? Those guys, you're gonna get value on those guys, for what's been going on. And it is what it is. So I like John Collins in that spot for sure. And do I not like the rebounds for Kessler? No, I don't dislike it, but I think if I can get John Collins to get out there and give me 10 rebounds for this plus 175, I like that, right? It's gambling. So you can take his regular line at 7.5, and then you can move it on up if you want, whatever you want to do. Portland Trailblazers, Denver Nuggets. I mean, the new shiny toy here. I'm looking at Donovan Clingan. Right now, we got 11.5 over under in this spot here. I mean, the Denver Nuggets 11.5 favorites here. Keep an eye out for the blowouts just in case. No Aiton here, so that's one thing. And I'm looking at Klingon, right? Right at Klingon, right? So at the end of the day here, taking a look at the injury news here, um, for Portland here, Aiden out, Scoot out, Grant questionable. Keep an eye out on that situation. Donovan Clingan is the guy I'm looking at. Um, Here's a guy that can rack up the rebounds in a short amount of time. 17 minutes versus Sacramento, 7 boards. 21 minutes versus Denver, 7 boards. 21 points at that. 1 for 3. He could get into some foul trouble though. At the end of the day, he can get into some foul trouble. So he can put up some rebounds in a hurry. Right here, Charlotte, 18 minutes, 13 rebounds. Brooklyn, 22 minutes, 14 rebounds. Miami, 27 minutes, 10 rebounds, so on and so forth, right? The thing about that, his rebounds is probably going to come out to about 8, probably 9. Let's see. 9.5 now at plus money. So, I'm looking at him. It's one of the players that I'm going to have to really think about playing. 280 for the double-double. But to really think about playing it, but more than likely I might end up playing it, right? I might end up playing it, and it is what it is with that. Now, if we end up getting, so Robert Williams questionable. Mm. We end up getting Henderson and Grant. Let me see. Grant is questionable. Got to keep an eye out on Grant. He's playing a hefty amount of minutes, 42, 32, 37, 38. I would rather him to be out. Then we get bumps for Avdija, right? We get bumped for Avdiva, whatever. Um, his rebounds and assists should be in play, Avdija, especially if there's no Grant. And you could probably look at PRAs. But right now, this is a rematch. He's just coming off a 14 rebounds and assists game here. You get it for plus money at 11 and a half. And like I said, if Grant is out, then that's a little bit better, right? It's a little bit better if Grant is out, right? So that means he probably should be locked into about 30 to 35 minutes. But Grant needs to be out for me to hit that number. Scoot Henderson is out. So there you have that, right? So Simons, Sharp. Sharp ain't never seen a shot he didn't like. Look for him to shoot that ball, and Simons to get extra shots here. Okay. They got their ass blew out last time these two teams played. Hopefully they play a little bit better, but I don't see. I mean they need. I feel like they need Aiden. I feel like they need Aiden, and Kamara is locked in, right? 30 minutes. I don't think you can get him off 30 minutes. That puts his rebound prop in play. He's hit this number as I think it's been coming out around 5.5. He's hit this number in 4 straight games, but he's been frequently hitting that 5.5. It's probably at 6.5 today. Let's see. 5.5 at -130. Win, lose, or draw, I think he's in the lineup. I mean, I know he's getting his 30 minutes. So this isn't. I lean towards the over. Would I take the under? I probably wouldn't. And then on the Nuggets side, whatever you want to do with the Nuggets, you know who those guys are. Do what you want to do. Golden State Warriors, Dallas Mavericks. I don't know what to say here. Every big is going down for Dallas. Now, Gafford is out. So what are we gonna do here, man? PJ Washington, what is he gonna play, right? So I want to say, let's see. PJ Washington rebounds at an 8.5. He might get 10. You know, they're gonna have to call somebody up or something. Uh, Looking at the depth chart here, they're probably gonna have to slide in. Najee, Jimmy Boards, yeah. Shout out to Greg for that because I damn sure forgot about that. Jimmy Boards, Jimmy on free throws could be in play here too. Najee Marshall probably gonna have to come to the starting lineup, right? So I don't know if we're gonna, last game versus Sacramento, he had 6 and 5. He can come out there and drop a few dimes here and there, shit like that. He can drop a few dimes here and there, but um, he's somebody you probably want to look at. I don't see a clear. I don't see. I don't know. Let me see. Draymond. Oh my God, this is bad, man. This is bad. This is bad. I do not want to break this down. Let me see. Clay. Mm. They're gonna have to do something. They're gonna be small ball. It's gonna be small ball here. Draymond Green rebounds. Probably gonna be in play in this one. What's Draymond Green rebounds? 6.5. That's gonna have to be in play. I would say. You say, but not Buddy. Jimmy Butler. 5.5 rebounds for Jimmy Butler. Yeah, that's gonna be in play for sure. I don't know if I'll get there, but that's definitely gonna have to be in play. Let's see. Yeah. What about his rebounds and assist prop? 5.5 rebounds, huh? Rebounds and assist prop for Jimmy Butler. What is that? Just combo. 11.5. That's gonna have to be in play. PRAs, everything probably gonna have to be in play for him. His PRAs at 31.5. Jimmy Butler. What was the rebounds and assists? 11.5, and his regular rebound prop is at, yeah, 5.5 at -125. I gotta like it. Draymond Green could be in play as well. And if you think for 1 second Draymond Green can have a decent, I mean, you could take him up to 10 plus 460. That's good value. He ain't been hitting it, but the circumstances, under these circumstances, I mean, what? If they can go small, if Dallas can go small and play some good ball, then hey, they got a game here. 10 rebounds for PJ Washington. You know, it is what it is. plus 105. Kyrie points at 27 and a half. I mean, at 27 and a half. Him and Curry points at 27 and a half. Clay. Okay. This game could be one. This game has potential to be one. Man, Dallas Mavericks are doomed right now. I like the Jimmy Boards play, though, so shout out to Greg for that. I like a lot here. Dallas going to have to come to play. So, I mean, I couldn't talk you off the rebounds. You know, PJ, if it's a game, you could look at PJ Washington's rebounds or something like that. But, I mean, Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler, we could definitely take a look at those guys' rebounds and PJ Washington. So, that's where I'm at with that. Last game on the docket here. The Clippers and Memphis Grizzlies. I ain't going to sit up here and tell you I got anything for this game, but it's a 237 and a half over under. Memphis top team, top 3 team in the league in pace. So I imagine Bogdanovich play today. Ben Simmons might play today. They might need a little bit more Zach Edey today. Zubac rebounds at 12 and a half. Edey's at 7 and a half. Double for Edey at 550, plus 550. And 10 rebounds for Edey is at plus 230. I don't know if Ja Morant plays. He probably don't. This is going to be interesting. I might have to look at Zach Edey's rebounds here. Because why wouldn't you give Zach Edey the rebounds, the minutes, right? So just off first glance here, I have interest in Zach Edey's rebounds and let's see, and Zubac rebounds. They don't have his numbers out from yesterday. Right there. He had 9 rebounds on 20 minutes. He's got double-digit rebounds in 3 of his last 5 games. He had 14 rebounds versus this very team, and on December 23rd, that game was 110 to 104. and he played 110 to 114. He played 27 minutes that game. That game on December 23rd, how many rebounds did Zubac have? 19. Jesus Christ. Zubac had 19 rebounds. Edie had 14 rebounds. I'm quite sure these guys will be looking forward to this matchup again. That should be awesome, man. That should be fire. That should be fire. So, I mean, come on, man. I mean, it's a back to back. Come on. Come on, man. Come on, man. Damn. Give me Edie rebounds, man. You can get it right now, right here at 6.5. And other places you can get it at 7.5 at plus money. You can go up to 10 if you want to. You can get 10 at plus 230, 12 at plus 550, 14 at 1200 is what he had last time. And Zubac had 19 rebounds last time. They give you 16 rebounds for Zubac at plus 260. What are we doing here? Damn, what are we doing here, man? They cheap. They cheap. Hey, that 14 rebounds, boy, for Zach Edey at plus 1200. I think they're gonna need that body out there. Man, give me 30 minutes of Zach Edey, man. Straight up. Can you do it on a back to back? We'll see. I don't have time to go into a lot of other stuff, man. We've been streaming for a long time, man. I can't do this. I can't do this. Maybe in MLB, but not in NBA. That's too long, right? That's too long. But it's still fun, right? It's still fun. And identifying these plays. It's 15 games though, man. It's 15 games. Um, quick rundown here. Damn, I got some plays on Doink too. Let's see. Um, Victor Wembanyama over 2.5 threes. Derek White, he's in a good spot to hit this assist. I'm not taking him, right? I'm probably not taking him, but he's in a good spot to hit the assist. Horford is in a good spot for the rebounds and threes. Let me see. I had Victor up there already. Kristaps Porzingis, he's in a good spot for rebounds and threes, but I probably would look at him for three. I mean, who knows? Darren Fox, he's been consistent with this parlay piece of the threes, 8.5. Bobo did get them 14 rebounds last night, didn't he? Damn, I forgot about Bobo. Shit, I forgot about Bobo. I think they gotta have. Oh no, that's why he played for. Yeah, I think they got. Yeah. He did get them 14 rebounds last night. Hey, I might have to take a stab at it then. I don't care if you put $1 on it, $2 on it. I don't even care. But Jordan Poole is in a good spot to hit his assist prop. I didn't bet it, right? Him and Halliburton in great spots to hit their assist props. I didn't bet it. And Pascal Siakam been balling. You can take his points if you want to. Cam Johnson in a great spot to hit his 3.5 rebounds. Also threes. Him and D'Angelo Russell. We just double teamed these guys yesterday with the point guard and a power forward. Only thing about D'Angelo Russell, he's been on a minutes limit, and Cam Johnson, we just took quickly and Scotty Barnes points last game. Trae Young, point guards has been hitting his 2.5 points. Outside of that, 2.5 rebounds. Outside of that, sneaky play you could probably look at was the double for Precious Achua. Precious Achua could get active, man. So in that game, outside of the usual suspects, that's somebody that you can look at. Brooke Lopez over 1.5 threes. Parlay piece 3. I gotta meditate on it. Might take a threes live. Nisi, I'm gonna pump my brakes. He hit us a rebound prop versus this team. Both games he played them versus Sabonis, but I'm probably gonna pump my brakes on this one here because man, Sabonis and Valanciunas, like I don't know, right? going back to finishing off where we were was right. CJ McCollum threes, I like them. I like it over Murray threes, truth be told. And the assist for Monk, I think he could probably hit an 8-piece. Man, just getting acclimated with the team. I expect points to be put up in this game, right? Just don't lay down. Zion, 25 points or better, and probably all the matchups that he had in the last 2 years versus Sacramento. Something you could make a mental note of that. He's been balling. Phoenix and Houston Rockets, I missed this game. Completely missed it. So I ain't even gonna say nothing, right? Lakers and Utah Jazz. It's gonna get good value on 10 rebounds for John Collins. He's a guy that I think can slide to the 5. He's coming off a double-double versus this very team. We know this team is small, right? Double-double, points plus rebounds, 10 rebounds, however you want to look at it. 12 and a half rebounds for Kessler is in play, but I think the value is on Collins. Collier, 8.5 threes, double-double, 8.5 assists, double-double, or 10 assists. I couldn't talk you off of it. I wouldn't take the under. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit on the 10. Klingon, rebounds are in play here at 9.5. And keep an eye on the injury news here, right? So there is some blowout risk here, but I still think Klingon can get there even in a blowout. As long as he's got to keep his hands to himself. The only way he don't get there is he gets in foul trouble. Now you deal with that yourself. Jeremy Grant, if Jeremy Grant don't play, then we can look at the rebounds and assists for Avdija. And then Tumani Kamara, his rebounds at 5.5 is in play either way it go, right? So his rebounds in play either way it go. Look, this Golden State Warriors team and this Dallas Mavericks, this game can go small because Dallas has no choice. What has to happen for this game to stay small is guys like P.J. Washington going to have to make a statement today. He's going to have to hit some shots to force these guys to go small. Golden State know how to play small. They like the creators of this shit. So, it could get dicey here, right? We can start seeing threes running from everywhere. Clay's going to be out there. This game, I would like for this game to get real like that. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Greg. The rebounds in play for Jimmy. And it's a lot of other shit in play. A guy you need, what's his name? Najee Marshall, whatever his name is. You'll have to keep an eye out on him, right? Here's a guy that can probably step into the fold. He can drop a few dimes, get a few points, grab a few rebounds. So I couldn't talk you off his rebounds and assists. Kyrie going to have to step up. Clay going to want to step up. We're going to see what's going to happen, man. I don't have a play for everything. I'm not an expert at this. We all just trying to help each other. But the Memphis Grizzlies and Los Angeles Clippers, Memphis, fastest top 3 team in the league in pace. I don't expect John Morant to play. And at the end of the day, last time these two teams played, Edey had 14 rebounds and Zubac had 19 rebounds. This is a back-to-back for Edey. We'll see, but at 7.5 rebounds, what's his rebounds at 7.5? Man, I'm playing. I'm gonna take it up to 10. I'm gonna take it up to 10 at least. Probably sprinkle some on that 14. We gotta run that back, run that fade back, right? So you're gonna get Edey at 7.5 rebounds at plus money. Give me the over. It is what it is, man. Peace out. Long ass stream.